Dear students, welcome to my 11th class on Module 4, Vector Space and Orthogonality. In this lecture video, we're gonna see about linear transformation and problems on linear transformation. What is linear transformation? Let U and V be two vector space over a field F. Then the mapping T from U to V is said to be linear transformation if the following conditions are holds good. The first condition is T of alpha plus beta is equal to T of alpha plus T of beta for all alpha comma beta belongs to U. The second condition is T of C dot alpha is equal to C dot T alpha for all C belongs to the field F and alpha belongs to U. Or we can use the alternative formula also. Let U and V be two vector space over the field F. Then the mapping T from U to V is said to be linear transformation if T of A dot alpha plus B dot beta is equal to A dot into T alpha plus B dot T beta for all alpha comma beta belongs to U and for all A comma B belongs to F. A note on linear transformation. A linear transformation T from U to U is said to be linear map on the vector space U. And the note number 2 is in a linear transformation U and V are vector spaces over the same field. Problems on linear transformation. The first problem is let T from V to R to V to R be defined by T of x comma y is equal to 3x plus 2y comma 3x minus 4y. Verify whether T is a linear transformation or not. So to prove this one, I am going to consider the two vectors alpha and beta which has been taken from the vector space V2 of R. So I'll be taking alpha is equal to x1 y1 and beta is equal to x2 y2 along with the scalar C belongs to the field F. So consider alpha is equal to x1 comma y1 and beta is equal to x2 comma y2. So since we have to prove that T of alpha plus beta is equal to T of alpha plus T of beta, I am going to combine both the vectors alpha and beta. That is alpha plus beta is equal to x1 plus x2 comma y1 plus y2, and I am taking C alpha also, multiplying the scalar C for the alpha. So I got C x1 comma C y1. Now they have given that T of x comma y is equal to 3x plus 2y comma 3x minus 4y. Now I am going to consider first part, that is T of alpha plus beta. So T of alpha plus beta is given by T of x1 plus x2 comma y1 plus y2. Now I am going to represent this T of x1 plus x2 comma y1 plus y2 in the given form, that is 3x plus 2y comma 3x minus 4y. So the equation will become 3 times of x1 plus x2 plus 2 times of y1 plus y2 comma 3 times of x1 plus x2 minus 4 times of y1 plus y2. Expanding this, I got the equation 3x1 plus 3x2 plus 2y1 plus 2y2 comma 3x1 plus 3x2 minus 4y1 minus 4y2. Now on simplifying this, we got the equation like 3x1 plus 2y1 comma 3x1 minus 4y1 plus 3x2 plus 2y2 comma 3x2 minus 4y2. So this can be written like T of x1 comma y1 and this will be T of x2 comma y2, and I took like alpha is equal to x1 y1, so it will become T alpha, and I took beta is equal to x2 y2, I got T beta. So hence I got T of alpha plus beta is equal to T of alpha plus T of beta. The first condition got satisfied. Now I am going to prove the second condition. So consider T of C alpha. So C alpha is given by Cx1 Cy1. So I got the equation like T of Cx1 comma Cy1. So now I am going to represent this equation in terms of the given equation, that is 3Cx1 plus 2Cy1 comma 3Cx1 minus 4C1 for Cy1. By taking C common factor, I got the equation like C into 3x1 plus 2y1 comma C into 3x1 minus 4y1. So by taking C common factor completely, I got the equation like C into 3x1 plus 2y1 comma 3x1 minus 4y1. This is nothing but T of x1 y1. So this is nothing but alpha again. So I got TC alpha is equal to C into T alpha. So hence both the conditions are holds good. Hence we can say that the given mapping T is a linear transformation. Problem number 2. Let I is equal to V from R be an integral mapping. They have given that I of V is equal to integral 0 to 1 V of t dt. Show that I is a linear transformation. So first consider they have given that I of v is equal to integral 0 to 1 v of t dt. So to prove this one, we have to prove that t of u plus v is equal to I of u plus v is equal to iu plus iv, and I of c dot v is equal to c into iv. So to prove this one, I'm taking two vectors here, u and v. So this I of u is given by integral 0 to 1 v of t dt, and I of u is given by integral 0 to 1 u of t dt. So I'm going to consider first I of u plus v. So in the place of v, I'm replacing u plus v. So I got the equation like this, integral 0 to 1 u of t plus v of t dt. Now expanding the integral, I got integral 0 to 1 u of t dt plus integral 0 to 1 v of t dt. This is nothing but I of u, this is I of v. The first condition gets verified, that is I of u plus v is equal to I got iu plus iv. Now I am going to consider second condition, that is I of c dot v. So in the place of v, I am taking c dot v. So I got the integral like this, integral 0 to 1 c dot v of t dt. So since here c is a scalar, I am taking outside, c dot integral 0 to 1 v of t dt, we got it, it is c dot I of v. So hence I got I of c dot v is equal to c dot I of v. So hence both the conditions are holds good. Hence we can say that I is a linear transformation. Problem number 3. Let t from v1 of f to v3 of f. It is defined by t of x is equal to x comma 2x square comma x cube. Verify whether t is a linear transformation or not. So I'm going to define the two vectors again, alpha and beta, since they have given that the mapping start from v1 to v3. So I will be taking alpha and beta as a single variables, that is alpha is equal to x1 I'm taking, beta is equal to x2. Then alpha plus beta will be equal to x1 plus x2, and c alpha is equal to c of x1, we got it. So they have given that the function t of x will be equal to x comma 2x square comma x cube. Now I'm going to consider t of alpha plus beta, and we have to prove that t of alpha plus beta is equal to t of alpha plus t of beta. So by taking t of alpha plus beta, in the sense it will be equal to what, t of x1 plus x2. Since they have given that t of x is equal to x comma 2x square comma x cube, the t of x1 plus x2 will become x1 plus x2 along with this, and 2 times of x1 plus x2 whole square, and x1 plus x3 x2 whole cube. I'll be calling this as equation number 1. Now I'm going to consider t of alpha plus t of beta. T of alpha is given by in the same form. In the place of alpha, I'm taking x1, so it will become x1 to x1 square x1 cube, and t of beta will become, in the place of beta, I'm taking x2, I got x2 to x2 square x2 cube. I'll be calling this as equation number 2. By expanding this equation and this one, we can say that these two equations are not equal. So since it is not equal, we can conclude that t of alpha plus beta is not equal to t of alpha plus t of beta. Hence the first condition is not satisfied here. No need to check the second condition also. Hence we can say that the given mapping is not a linear transformation. Problem number 4. Find a linear transformation t from v3 of r to v2 of r such that t of 1 comma 0 comma 0 is equal to minus 1 comma 0, and t of 0 comma 1 comma 0 is equal to 1 comma 1, and t of 0 comma 0 comma 1 is equal to 0 comma minus 1. So with this condition, we have to find the linear transformation t. So we'll see how to find that. So for first we need to express the given vectors as a linear combination of the basis vector. So here the basis vector with respect to r power 3 is e1 is equal to 1 comma 0 comma 0 and e2 is equal to 0 comma 1 comma 0 and e3 is equal to 0 comma 0 comma 1. Now after applying the linear transformation we'll be getting t of e1 is equal to minus 1 comma 0, t of e2 is equal to 1 comma 1 and t of e3 is equal to 0 comma minus 1. This is because of the given data from the given problem. Now I'm going to find the linear transformation now. So I'm going to consider the function t of x comma y comma z because the mapping is happening between v3 to v2. So I'm taking the three variables in the function, that is t of x comma y comma z. So t of x comma y comma z can be written like t of x comma 1 comma 0 comma 0 plus y of 0 comma 1 comma 0 plus z of 0 comma 0 comma 1. Like after multiplying all this we'll be getting same thing again. I'll be replacing this 1 comma 0 comma 0 as e1 and 0 comma 1 comma 0 as e2, 0 comma 0 comma 1 as e3 according to basis vector. So I got the equation t of xe1 plus ye2 and z e3. Since t is linear I can expand this. So I got x into t of e1, y of t e2 plus z of t e3, replacing t e1 as minus 1 0, t e2 as 1 comma 1, t e3 as 0 comma minus 1. I got the equation x into minus 1 comma 0 plus y into 1 comma 1 plus z into 0 comma minus 1. Like after expanding this I got the equation like minus x comma 0 plus y comma y plus 0 comma minus z. So it will be equal to minus x plus y comma y minus z is the required linear transformation for the given problem. Okay, in the next lecture video we'll be discussing the concept of orthogonality and the problems of orthogonality. Thank you.